Ranmusu, why are we... Oh yeah, because we went to that last one. Yeah, hi guys, and welcome to another video. So today we're going to start doing the side quest. Oh, I sounded a bit croaky there, didn't I? I did just wake up like 10 minutes ago, so please excuse me there. You know, I'm trying to work on a backlog of loads of different videos. Yeah, I've only done like 2 or 3 so far, so today's like my big, I'm going to push out loads of stuff day. I don't know what it is, when I'm not at work, I'm always less productive. And I always start off thinking that I'm going to be way more productive. Anyway, right, so yeah, I'm kind of working out today. Yes, I'm working out with the videos today. So we're going to be speaking to Jade, who's going to give us our first side quest, and probably the most memorable side quest, I should say, for me as well. Check out his armor, by the way. Don't forget that they did release costumes for Winds of Change. This was one of the costumes you could buy. Pretty cool, like these little dragon claw feet and stuff. I haven't bought any costumes for Guild Wars 1, though, not since the first ones that came out. I was tempted to buy, as I've said before, the White Mantle and Shining Blade ones for the Let's Players I was going through, but I never did in the end. I don't know, I just feel like it's a bit of a waste of money, but it is pretty cool if you're into that kind of thing. Anyway, Jade, as you can see, has a lot of side quests for us. Thankfully, none of the titles are spoilers for later, because these have kind of unlocked because I've gone through it already all the way through on normal mode, and the later ones have unlocked. However, there were a couple that were available in Part 1, and a couple more became available in Part 2, and Part 3 never added any side quests, which is a bit of a shame. But Cantha Courier Crisis is the one we're going to be doing today. He says the Ministry of Purity has been pretty popular lately, but that doesn't mean the Imperial Guard isn't working hard as well. This became available after you finished cleansing Buck Deck Byway, so very early on while you're playing Winds of Change, and it's a solo quest. I actually mentioned this in one of my other videos from a different series earlier. I've gotten word that Queen Salma of Kryta has sent a messenger with an important letter for Emperor Kisu. So they're referencing Salma. Don't forget this happened after the war in Kryta. Unfortunately, we're a bit undermanned right now. Do you think you could head down to the Kaineng Dot and escort him over here? Yeah, sure. It's not a very long walk, is it? Neither rain nor sleet nor a horde of afflicted will prevent me from bringing him back. Or wait, why do you need a delivery boy to deliver the delivery boy? Yeah, good question. Right, so we're going to go down here. We're all familiar with the walk from the Kaineng docks up here. Pretty much everyone's done it. You always used to see when the game first came out, morons asking for runs from the marketplace up to Kaineng. And people, you can't even call them scammers. People used to stand here and say, oh, I'm running up to Kaineng Center, and there's no enemies to fight. There's like one group that you can just walk past near the end because they're preoccupied with the guards. And people used to run there for a long time as well. Don't get me, they were still doing it like 2 years ago. If the game wasn't so underpopulated right now, I'm sure that you'd still see people asking for runs up there and being run up. It's just mad. It really is mad. Eventually they started doing it for tips, but it wasn't much better. Oh, no, please, no spoilers, no spoilers. I might have to cut this if the Dockmaster keeps blabbing. So far it's safe. I'll read it out if I have to. Alright, it was safe. It was safe enough. So this actually unlocks because of later quests, but we can read it now. The Dockmaster says that things are going to get a lot harder on us if the Ministry of Wind has its say on things. Oh. That useless lot, what are they on about this time around? Well, they're citing what's happened with the Jade Brotherhood as a need to enforce stricter regulations on trade, that they must be aware of what's coming in and out of Cantha. At this rate, they'll be telling us that no ships will be allowed to sail in or out without their approval. So, they're talking about something happens with the Jade Brotherhood. Is that stuff we've already seen? Well, I guess we'll find out later. But here's Falcon! Check it out. Had a long time no see, Falcon. I still feel bad we never really fully did any of your quests in War and Crier. But this was the guy who had like the little mini quest whenever you zoned into an area. You could run along with him, and he was very, very fast. And if you kept up with him, he'd give you a reward at the end if you helped him survive the journey. And I don't know if I mentioned it in War and Crier, but he had brawling skills while he was sort of running around with you. Those were the kind of skills he had. And now you can do a solo quest with him where you get brawling skills too. It's really, really cool. So he says, you're here to escort me? Perfect! I was thinking a partner would be helpful. I've heard this town is crawling with all sorts of gangs and unspeakable horrors. So having someone to watch my back would be a great boon. Once you've got your brass knuckles equipped, let me know and we'll get going. Alright, first thing, he only gives you these brass knuckles. If you do go back up to Either North and help out Kilroy a bit more, he'll give you the gold ones that do a lot more damage. I can't be asked to do... Actually, do we already have some in our inventory? We won't, will we? No. I can't be asked to do that right now, but hey, it might be something that you want to consider. If you're finding, if you're struggling a lot. I asked the other episode, should I do this stuff in... Oh no, we need to speak to him. I asked the other episode if we should do this stuff in hard mode or not. You guys didn't seem to mind, so I'm going to be doing the normal mode version on Tom. He says, are you ready to show me your moves? It's go time. That is a reference there to... Shit, what's his name? Wow, I literally just read it. Captain Falcon! Captain Falcon from F-Zero and Super Smash Bros. And he says that line. And we also get a skill as well. Do we have it right now? Or is that a skill he uses? He uses Falcon Punch as well, which is cool. But yeah, so he says, "Oh, right, before we start, I should teach you this move. Come over here and talk to me." Yeah, here we go. So it might be tricky for a beginner like you, but the key is remembering to shout your name, not mine. Right. So we actually get a new skill along with the original brawling skills, and we kind of go escort him. This is going to be a bit weird reading out the dialogue because there's a lot of dialogue. It's quite a funny quest actually, but you've kind of got to keep up with him at the same time. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, straight away he says, "It might be tricky for a beginner like you, but the key is remembering to shout your name, not mine." And he says, "Alright, let's get this letter delivered Falcon quick." And then we say, "Okay, if we just head due north, we can reach Kiting Center without too much..." "Not to worry, I've consulted a map before I got here. I know where to go. After all, how hard could this city be to navigate anyway?" "Oh, you have no idea, Falcon. Where are we going? Where are we going? I just told everyone it's a short, easy little trip north. People run it, people scammed it. This is so simple. Where are you going? You're like the noob. If I wasn't here, you'd be going back to the marketplace later and asking for a run yourself." He says, "This city is very tall," but it is actually, isn't it? Think about it. "But I heard it was more dangerous than this." And we say, "Well, the Jade Brotherhood and the Faaaaaaaaaaaalken are pretty notorious around these parts for stirring up trouble. Roaming gangs, eh?" He says. "Yeah, be careful." Oh, dear. Alright, so here's some Faaaaaaaaaalken. Falcon says, "Look, a band of ruffians aching for a fight. Let's give them some broken teeth to remember us by." And the hooligan says, "What have we here? A little lost foreigner on our turf. Let's give him an Faaaaaaaaaalken welcome beating." And they go, I don't know what accent that was. I was trying to go for a London thing. You'd think I'd be better at it, but yeah. So we kick their asses. They're dead. You get lots of drops and stuff from this. If you actually because this is new content on the wiki, a lot of the quests don't have much information on them, right? Okay, as you'd expect, they don't have much to say. There isn't much trivia there. People aren't sure of what trivia actually exists. But this quest is something that is actually quite good for A, you survive a title, just like the other brawling quests are, but B, you get a lot of money from this one as well, a lot of money. They say you can get like 1 to 3k per run, and because people have been doing it so much, there's so many notes on this quest of exactly how to maximize how much money you're going to get, the locations of merchants in the area, the amount of bosses that are around. Like in hard mode on this quest, there are 4 extra bosses that you have to fight. There's just loads and loads and loads of stuff. So, I mean, if you're interested, guys, then you can feel free to read all of that. I read it though earlier and I was like, there's no way I'm going to memorize all of this for the Let's Play, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, sorry, did I just miss some more dialogue? It can be quite difficult as well, so do watch out. What have we got? We say, what kind of courier punches out the people who stop him from delivering mail? And Courier Falcon says, the best kind, of course. Also, you know, if you're doing it, repeating it all the time, then of course the jokes will never get old and you'll be laughing your ass off every single time, won't you? Or not. It'll probably get very old very quickly. But, where are you taking us, Falcon? We're going up here, are we? Alright, well, we know that the city's a little bit annoying to navigate, but hey, we're not completely off course just yet, are we? You know, we should be okay. Just keep punching out all of the groups. This is kind of, you've probably guessed it, this is what the quest's about. It's about Falcon having no idea where he's going, getting lost in the city, just like we all did when we first came to the city, and getting very, very... Well, no, he doesn't get frustrated. The player gets frustrated, and the dialogue that the player says marks that the player is frustrated, but Falcon just keeps running around like a lunatic. A bit like Kilroy, which is sad, because Kilroy's like stone now, and we're never going to see him again, which is... very depressing. Anyway, the Jade Brotherhood are here. They say, this is Jade Brotherhood territory, Crichton. Maybe if you give us all your coin, we'll let you go. I wish I had some kind of better way of blocking skill 1. See, this is the scary... No. Oh, shit. See, the nice thing to do here, by the way, is if you click and you spam the skill, then you should be okay. Oh, also, actually, I think another aspect of this is you always get 10 seconds to stand up, I think. I might be wrong there, but I think you always get 10 seconds to stand up. Did my energy not go up there? I think it didn't. That might be another reason why this is a nice one to farm. Because, like, if you can get yourself up once, you can get yourself up every time. I'm probably wrong, though. Why would they have changed that? The wiki certainly made it sound like it was that way. I honestly don't remember. Well, we'll just knock this guy out in one big Falcon's Fire Fist punch. Do you love how our player says punch as he's talking, as he uses the skill as well? There's probably all kinds of little dialogue in that on screen. Feel free to read it. There's some more big dialogue, though, that I missed. He says, this is Jade Brother territory, and Falcon says, if you hooligans are looking for a small, shiny object, how about I show you my brass knuckles? Yes, okay, you are. You do have some great brass knuckles. There's with Falcon here, he kind of follows the same kind of dynamics that Kilroy did back then. If you're doing it for XP farming and stuff, you know how some XP scrolls will renew. That it's like every time you kill an enemy, it will double for like 10 seconds or 10 minutes, and it will renew every time you kill an enemy or kill a boss. If he kills an enemy, you will still get experience from him killing the enemy. If he did most of the damage to that enemy, I mean, you'll still get the experience, but it won't renew. So do bear that in mind. I like that though, because you know how in MMOs little mechanics like that are the kind of thing you focus on most, because it's all about stealing each other's kills. You need to know, you will play the MMO and you'll have a pretty keen understanding of how much damage you need to do to an enemy in comparison to everyone else, so that you get the experience or the credit for killing it in the quest. That's like a big part of other MMOs. That's kind of what a lot of you focus on. In Guild Wars, you never experience that, really, ever. You never do, and the game's just set up that way, and they've had to do all kinds of things in Guild Wars 2 to have that game set up in the same way, but obviously not be instanced. And it's really interesting to think of that mechanic there that I just explained, that the game does actually factor stuff like that in, and it's something that I've never considered while playing the game, but it does actually know who did the most damage, and it will, in some weird, obscure way, still partition out rewards to whoever did most damage to an enemy, which, as I said, it never comes into it, but it's kind of bizarre thinking that it does exist. Anyway, we're coming this way. We're well and truly into Jade Brotherhood territory here. Falcon's just going in like a nutter. I really do agree that you should probably let him run in first and get himself killed. Then they'll probably all turn on you, but hey, you should be alright. As long as they're starting to get low, because of course you will get health and experience and stuff. Well, experience doesn't come into it. You will get experience, but it doesn't matter. You'll get health, and you'll obviously you'll get health from killing people, which will help you stay up. So yeah, just let him run in. He's the nutter that got us out here in the middle of nowhere anyway. Has he said anything else? No, we've gone quite a while without him saying anything else. You're right, Falcon. This is where I find out that I failed the quest because he died. He should just stand up. Yeah, there we go. That would have sucked, wouldn't it? Oh, more Jade Brotherhood jumping down over there. Oh shit, and some behind us. Okay. Hey, Falcon. Falcon, come aggro these guys. It's like his AI stopped. What's going on, man? Oh, I think it's because we're supposed to be getting ambushed here, but I noticed they were coming in behind us, so we kind of picked them off before it happened. Well, that's cool. Oh, were we supposed to be fighting that initial group for ages, while eventually these guys were timed to come in just as they died? But we just killed them so quickly. Yeah, hard mode, this is harder, definitely, alright? I'm not sure how much harder. I'm not sure I've ever even done it in hard mode. Actually, thinking about it, the rewards, there are better rewards. I queried that last episode. There are better rewards for doing in hard mode, which is cool. But it's not significant. Really, the main boon to doing it in hard mode is that the drops are far better, and people do recommend farming this in hard mode. Obviously, it takes longer, but you get better drops, so it's just up to you which one you prefer to do. But the main difference is that there are more bosses and stuff will spawn, and generally things get a little bit more hectic. I'm talking about bosses. We haven't seen any bosses yet. I'll show you what I mean by that soon enough. Hopefully my adrenaline doesn't go down. There we go. Thank you for shooting me. Right, we had more dialogue. So we say, I don't think we're going the right way. Yeah, you said it, Tom. We are not going the right way. Falcon says, nonsense! I have perfectly good sense of direction. It's that way, I'm sure. Follow me. You don't have a good sense of direction. Even back in Kryta, you didn't have a good sense of direction. You took us through the most retarded paths. I never showed the kind people on YouTube this, but you always went the retarded ways, and you're doing it here. But I love you, man. I love you. It's nice to see you back in Winds of Change. He says, is this letter really so important that we have to punch out to every armed gang member in Kaineng? And Falcon says, there's no such thing as an unimportant letter. Every letter is as important as the feelings behind it. Okay, but the punching? Are there situations where punching isn't necessary? Well said, because my experience of playing Guild Wars suggests that no, there are not situations where punching is not important. Boom. I love how we can just one-shot these people with this skill. It's so good. What does it say? That foe is also knocked down and begins burning for 5 seconds. Remember to shout your name. Which is awesome. I like how it's got those extra effects, but it seems that it's just one-hit KOing them anyway. I suppose when we get to the bosses, that extra component will come into it a bit more. Alright, Courier, where the hell are we now? I suppose we're getting a little bit closer. Oh, more Jade Brotherhood. Did not notice you guys drop down here. I like that about the gangs. The thing is, this idea of enemies dropping in all over the place, there were pop-ups in Prophecies, but they were primarily just... I mean, they added new animations for Cantha with the pop-ups. They were just people burying out of the ground, basically, like the Devourers and stuff in Prophecies. When you came to Factions... They added these animations of the ropes and stuff of things sort of slinging in, and it really does suit the city. It really does. They put so many, like, it just fits. They put so many like ropes and things, and like you can see that laundry hanging over there. I'm gonna die because Courier didn't go in first, or am I? No, we're fine. So yeah, I mean, it just fits, and the high ceilings and stuff. I really like that. And then obviously after that, they started using it everywhere in Nightfall and Eye of the North. But you can kind of trace its roots back. Why am I talking about the animation of things jumping in? I suppose it's because we're seeing it a lot here on this quest. Come on, Falcon, let's keep moving. I do like these little bits of laundry as well. You know, a while ago I was talking about how I've been like craving to play old games constantly. One of those old games is this game called Pandemonium, and in the sequel to that, Pandemonium 2, which I never played that much, on the first level you could like drop down and swing from those like hanging laundry like that in like a city area. And I swear my entire time playing Guild Wars, right from my first time playing through factions, it's always reminded me of that. Always. Are we near the end now? I think we might be near the end. There's a merchant somewhere around here, Wiki says. Yeah, this guy here. If you're not going to buy anything, go away. He says, this peasant shopkeeper you can actually sell your stuff to. So the idea is, you go to him, you sell all your stuff. Wow, look, he sells quite a lot. He's selling red bean cake? Oh, wow. And he sells scrolls and everything as well. That's awesome. Okay, but yeah, you can sell your stuff. You like pick up all the drops, sell it. If you've got too many drops, as you may well have if you've been playing it in hard mode, then you can kind of go to him, sell all the stuff, and then go grab everything again. And yeah, like I say, 3k isn't too shabby. I'm probably quite slow, obviously, because I've not played it that much. But I assume you can do this pretty quick, even despite Falcon's retarded movements. I think it's a shame that we haven't had any encounters where Jade, Brotherhood, and Amphar are fighting each other. Maybe that's what happened. Is that what happens at the end of this quest? Possibly. Oh, well, the Amphar blew up the shop. Ah, my shop! What have you done? You foreigners are nothing but trouble. All right. Calm down. It wasn't really our fault. Falcon says, such animosity in this town. There seems to be a lot of trouble here in Cantha. Well, yeah, and you're not helping. You're just aggroing gangs over to innocent bystanders and having their shops blow up. It's actually very similar to something you can see in Guild Wars 2, where there's like this magician in one of the personal story quests, and he like blows up while he's trying to cast magic. It's pretty cool. And we say, I'm pretty much, this is mostly your fault. And yeah, I'd be inclined to agree. But again, I love you, Falcon. You are awesome. Being a good courier isn't about being lucky, it's about being fast. Well, you're not being fast. We could have been there 3 times over by now. 3 times, that's not an exaggeration. More, probably. I would do /age. Check out how many hours we played on Tom Bluewood, by the way. I noticed this the other day. 121 hours just on this character now. That's nuts. I did not think Tom Bluewood had been playing that much already, but yeah, there you go. So yeah, we've been in this map 12 minutes. Wow, actually, it feels a lot longer than that. Hey, I wonder how long the episode's going to be. Well, we're 18 minutes in at the moment. That's kind of cool. Can we please don't go that way, Falcon? Don't go that way. That will take you to the Dragon's Throat. Not the Dragon. Well, yeah, eventually the Dragon's Throat, the Shadows Passage. Don't go that way. I always liked this area because this was one of those cool bits in the Let's Play where I liked it because most people would complete the quest in the Shadows Passage and then just zone on, right? But I found out from reading Wiki that if you walked through that like little portal there was actually some extra dialogue positioned all the way down there that I'd personally never seen before. And I remember when that first happened, that was one of those first times where I tweeted, I was like, this is really where the LP is good, like these little random things that people wouldn't have seen otherwise. And they were just all over the place. It's a shame there weren't so many in Eye of the North. I feel like it kind of died down a little bit from that point. But punch! Here comes the fist, says Falcon. Right, are you done? Can we keep going? I think his pathing's quite good. These kind of quests are always subject to like a chest spawning on someone's route or something. But I don't think that chests actually spawn here at all. I might be wrong. There might have been one, but it tends to be pretty good. So he's talking again. Oh, no. I hit the Windows key. Hey. No. I keep doing that. It's my new keyboard. Shit. Sorry guys. There we go. Sync. I'm going to have to resync that. What I just said there, I say at the start of filming every episode in case you're not aware. Falcon says, we're almost there. I can feel the letter telling me this is the right way. You didn't really read the map, did you, we say? And we're coming along here. This should actually look like a pretty familiar stretch to you guys. We've been down here many times. Come on. Killing Amphar. Not that things have always been spawning here. I think the idea is that because we've aggroed so many Amphar here now, that they're just annoyed with us and they're just going to keep charging us. And indeed the Jade Brotherhood as well. Come on, Courier. It was a bit roundabout, but we seem to have made it. Actually, I say it again. Noobs didn't come this way when they first left. They would have at least tried to go north. They would have at least tried. It's not easy to navigate the city. I'll give them that. You know, that's perfectly fine. But they wouldn't have ran right out on the right and then all the way around here, like in the most retarded direction. They could really take the piss with this quest and then have you like go down there or something and then back up. This is where I find out they do in fact do that. Oh, come on. It's first thing in the morning. I can't touch the keyboard properly. Let's go. Falcon, hurry up. Oh, here we go. So here's some bosses. Lee Ho Yan and Tysoon. Lee Ho Yan says, there he is. They're the ones that have been attacking our men. Your life was forfeit the very moment you tangled with the Ampha. And Tysoon says, the Jade Brotherhood have a score to settle with them as well. We'll kill you, dirty Ampha, later. This foreign fool dies first. And Falcon says, at last, the leaders arrive. I hope you're ready for this fight. As if you were expecting the leaders to come. You say this as if, yeah, you say this as if you were expecting it. You weren't expecting this. Don't lie to us, Falcon. My deliveries are always like this. Isn't that pretty normal? Oh, I love the idea that he's been like fighting Tengu leaders and Etten leaders and all kinds of crap from inside Crater. For this, I would recommend that you probably just target whoever he targets so that you can spike him down, hopefully before they spike you down, so you can get the health, which will then obviously help you kill the next guy, just like so. In hard mode, I guess this is the bit where there are 4 bosses. I wonder if that means there's more dialogue. If there is, it might be there in the description. It depends if I remember, sorry. Oh yeah, and look, we got a scroll. Is ArenaNet hinting at something? There we go. There's a peasant here. Falcon, are we done? He says, yes, another successful delivery. It was great fighting alongside you, friend. You have the true heart of a courier. I'm going to go head into the palace now. Why don't you go tell the guy that sent you that I made it here safely? Sure. Well, that was interesting, Falcon. Thank you, I suppose, for that. That was really, really nice. This isn't the only solo quest, I think, that Winds of Change has to offer. Are we complete? Is there no more dialogue? I don't think there is. Yeah, this isn't the only one, I'm pretty sure. I think I remember doing another one. So maybe we'll see that next episode. It depends if that was a part 2 solo quest or not. It's all blurred together for me where I've only done this stuff once before. But I guess we'll see that when we see it. Let's go speak to Thingamabob, Lei Jeng again. Hey Lei Jeng. How's it hanging? He says, this is a disaster. I can't believe a courier would punch out half the gangs in Kaideng on his way to deliver a simple message. I've already got... I like how they don't blame us. I've already got complaints coming in from people about the disturbance it caused, like the shopkeeper, and I'm sure neither the Amphan or the Jade Brotherhood are going to take this lying down. Sometimes I wonder if maintaining foreign relations is worth the trouble. Ooh, it gets a little bit dark there. They are, of course, foreshadowing there the fact that they won't be maintaining foreign relations soon enough. Not with an elder dragon between them and the rest of Tyria, and how xenophobic and secluded they all become because of, I guess this is the idea of Winds of Change. I've not really mentioned it specifically yet, but that's kind of the idea. These people growing up fighting for themselves, it's kind of, it all feeds into the Canthan mentality of 250 years in the future. I suppose it's not your fault though, he says. Here's something for your trouble. Thanks. There you go, guys. That's the first side quest. As I said, that might have actually triggered a dialogue somewhere as well, which we might have a look at. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. It's been a good morning. It's so nice out. I feel like I need to like go walk my dog or something. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next time. I'm starting to feel like I should do /bow on my outros. I quite like that one. Maybe we'll do that. It's a bit too regal for me though. In any case, yeah, see you later, guys.